7 of the biggest cooler brands on the market answer to the same handful of factories. You own a piece of this. The cooler in your garage right now, the one you paid good money for, may have rolled off the exact same mold as a $90 no-name on Amazon. I'm Wes, I read the spec, not the logo. 7 brands to stop buying, 3 to trust. Let's get into the numbers, one brand at a time. Number 7. No-name rotomolded coolers on Amazon. Give these brands credit for one thing. They found the perfect customer. Someone who searched rotomolded cooler saw a 5-star rating and assumed the label matched the build. It usually doesn't. Here's what the spec sheet actually says. A large share of these coolers are injection molded. Thinner walls, visible seams, no pressure injected polyurethane foam. They are marketed as rotomolded. They are not. Real rotomolding spins a heated mold so powdered polyethylene coats it in one seamless shell. No seams, no weak points. Thick, rounded walls. What you're getting instead is a thinner walled, seamed box with a 5-letter brand name that may not exist by the time your gasket fails. The numbers tell the story. You're paying $110 to $160. You're getting 1 to 2 days of ice retention from a company with no findable warranty infrastructure behind it. The honest counter-argument, some of these are genuine OEM units from the same factories supplying name brands. A few are competent coolers at a real discount. The problem is you cannot tell the good from the bad before it arrives, and there is no recourse when you lose the bet. Specs don't lie, logos do. Verdict: stop buying blind. If a rotomolded cooler doesn't have a real company behind a real warranty, you're gambling, and there are known good brands at the same price. RTIC and Canyon entry models both live in this range and both have the receipts to back the claim. The next brand has been in garages and campsites for decades, and in 2026, that familiarity is costing people real money. Number 6 are the thermoelectric coolers. The entire category: Coleman, Wagon, Coolatron, Cooluli. Dozens of clones, all of them built on the same Peltier chip technology, all of them capped by the same physics problem that no amount of marketing can fix. A thermoelectric unit can only pull roughly 40 degrees Fahrenheit below ambient temperature. On a 95-degree summer day, that means the inside of your electric cooler sits at around 55 degrees. That is warmer than your refrigerator. That is not food safe for anything beyond a short drive with the engine running. They also draw power continuously. Leave one running parked, and it will flatten your car battery before you get back to the trailhead. Here is the honest counter-argument. For keeping already cold drinks cool on a road trip with the engine running, a $60 thermoelectric unit works. It's not useless, it is catastrophically mismatched to what most buyers think they're purchasing. In 2026, compressor coolers have dropped far enough in price that the thermoelectric value proposition has collapsed entirely. Entry compressor units from Alpicool, Bowser V, and Icy Eco start under $300 and deliver actual refrigeration, not a physics approximation of it. Verdict: stop buying thermoelectric if you want cold food. The category is a 1970s solution to a problem that now has a better answer at a price that's no longer out of reach. The next brand has a recall story that most people still haven't heard, and the injury numbers are not small. Number 5. Igloo's wheeled and rolling legacy lines. Igloo deserves real credit before this lands. Roughly 95% of their hard coolers are manufactured in Katy, Texas. Under Dometic's ownership since 2021, they've pushed into genuinely interesting territory with the BMX line. The heritage is real. The American manufacturing story is real. But here's the documented safety record on their rolling lines, and this is not an opinion. The Igloo 90-quart flip and tow rolling cooler was recalled by the CPSC starting February 2025. The recall expanded in May 2025 to nearly 1.2 million units across the US, Canada, and Mexico. The tow handle pinches fingertips against the body. By the May expansion, there were 78 reported injuries, including 26 fingertip amputations, fractures, and lacerations. Units made before January 2024 and sold between 2019 and 2025 are affected. The remedy is a replacement handle. That is a federal recall on a mass-market product that was in millions of homes. The honest counter-argument: Igloo issued a voluntary recall and a free remedy. The modern BMX line is a different animal entirely. This is one product line, not a brand-wide execution failure. Verdict: stop buying the recalled rolling lines, full stop. Check the manufacture date stamped on the bottom of any used or clearance Igloo wheeled cooler before you touch it. Judge the 2026 BMX line on its own merits. It earns that. The next brand built its entire identity on being the affordable choice. Then it made one move that broke the formula completely. Number 4. Coleman's Premium Push, the $120 to $250 dead zone. Coleman at the cheap end is one of the best value purchases in this entire category. The $40 to $65 Extreme has a manufacturer-rated 5-day ice claim that punches absurdly above its price point. The steel belted is a heritage icon. Buy Coleman cheap and you win every time. The problem is what happens when Coleman tries to play premium. When Coleman pushes a $150 to $300 rotomolded Pro cooler, it walks directly into Yeti, RTIC, and Canyon territory, without the the accessory ecosystem, without the dividers, without the integrated basket system, without the brand equity that justifies the price at that tier. Reviewers consistently note it gets outclassed by purpose-built premium brands at the same price point. The honest counter-argument, early reviews of the Coleman Pro rotomolded series call it a legitimate challenger with a 10-year warranty, undercutting Yeti meaningfully. For a casual weekend family, Coleman at any tier is buy it and don't think about it. But the spec sheet doesn't lie. Coleman's strength was never premium. It was accessible, reliable, and cheap. The dead zone is the $120 to $250 Coleman, premium money for a brand whose identity and engineering DNA lives at the other end of the price spectrum. Verdict: buy Coleman cheap where it is unbeatable. Step up to a brand built for the premium tier when you need premium performance. Never buy Coleman to play a game it was never designed to win. The next brand started this entire category, and that origin story is now the most expensive thing it sells. Number 3, Yeti, when you're buying the logo, not the use case. Handle this one with precision because Yeti is not a scam. Yeti pioneered the rotomolded cooler category in 2006. Roy and Ryan Siders out of Austin, Texas swapped styrofoam for pressure-injected polyurethane foam and changed what a cooler could do. The build quality is real. The 5-year warranty is real. The customer service is genuinely excellent. The resale value is the best in the category. The accessory ecosystem, dividers, baskets, tie-downs, dry goods bins, is deeper than anyone else's. And when Yeti recalled 1.9 million hopper soft coolers in 2023 over a magnet hazard, they handled it exactly right. Full refund plus $25, zero injuries. That is how a company with integrity operates. Now here's what the spec sheet says about the price gap. A Tundra 65 runs $395 to $450. A comparable RTIC sits at $250. Canyon and Pelican deliver equal or better ice retention for less money, and in Pelican's case, a lifetime warranty on the body. Independent testing puts RTIC at 80 to 90% of Yeti's ice retention for 55 to 65% of the price. Pelican frequently wins outright ice retention tests while costing less than the Tundra equivalent. If you don't specifically need Yeti's bear resistance certification, its resale value, its accessory ecosystem, or its dealer network, a significant share of that price is brand. Specs don't lie, logos do. Verdict: stop buying Yeti on autopilot. It is the right call for bear country, multi-day backcountry, resale-minded buyers, and people who want the full ecosystem. It is the wrong call if you just want cold beer at the lake and a competitor does that for $150 less. Know exactly what you're paying for before you pay for it. Before we get to the final 2 on the stop list, if this kind of spec-first breakdown is useful to you, subscribe. No brand deals, no sponsorships. I pulled the data so you don't have to. Now let's keep going. The next entry isn't one brand, it's a category mistake that costs people hundreds of dollars every single summer. Number 2 are the premium soft-sided coolers as your primary cooler, the Yeti Hopper. The RTIC Soft line, superbly made, genuinely impressive engineering, and per dollar the worst ice retention value in the premium cooler category. You are paying hard cooler money for roughly 1 day of serious cold. Soft coolers exist for a specific job: backpacking, kayaking, cycling. Anywhere 20 pounds of rotomolded plastic is a non-starter. In those contexts, a soft cooler isn't a compromise. It is the only thing that works. The Yeti Hopper M series is the genuine category leader in soft cooler ice retention for human-powered trips. As a main cooler, it is an expensive compromise that most buyers don't realize they've made until the ice has gone by noon on day 2. The honest counter-argument: if portability is the actual constraint, the soft cooler is the right tool. The critique only lands when someone buys soft because it looks easier and then expects multi-day performance from it. Verdict: stop buying premium soft-sided as your one cooler does everything. Buy it as a deliberate second cooler for human-powered trips. Buy hard for everything else. The math is not close. The last brand on the stop list is the hardest to spot because it's wearing a different face every time you see it. Number 1 are the influencer and DTC novelty coolers sold on vibes, not specs. A creator you trust, a color drop, a limited release, premium pricing, a landing page full of lifestyle photography, and zero third-party test data. This is the most dangerous entry on the list because it looks legitimate every single time. Here's what is happening behind the scenes. A significant share of mid-tier and DTC coolers are white-labeled by the same Chinese OEM factories. Everick is the most cited. Different logos, same tooling, same mold. You are paying for the brand layer on top of a shared product, and the brand layer is a marketing budget and a creator's face, not an engineering team and a test lab. What I've found after pulling the data on dozens of these brands is that the reason most buyers get burned isn't because they're careless. It's because the performance claims exist only in the brand's own marketing. No independent ice retention test, no third-party validation, just a lifestyle shoot and a discount code. The honest counter-argument: some DTC entrants are legitimately good. Walmart's Ozark Trail rotomolded coolers have repeatedly tested shockingly close to premium models for a fraction of the cost. Dismissing every non-legacy brand is its own kind of snobbery. The signal isn't the logo, it's whether independent, third-party testing backs the claim. If the only evidence is the brand's own page and a paid creator, that is the tell, every time. Verdict: stop buying performance claims that exist only in marketing. Before you pay premium for a brand whose main asset is a vibe, demand a third-party ice retention test. If they don't have one, they're selling you a story, and you're the one paying for it. Now here are the three that earn the money, the three you can actually trust. Worth It pick number 3 is Canyon Coolers. Most people haven't heard of Canyon. That is exactly why it's on this list. Canyon is a smaller Western US brand that keeps winning value and quality awards from independent testers, not from brand pages, not from paid creators, from people who pulled the specs and ran the tests. The Outfitter 55V2 holds sub 40 degrees Fahrenheit for over 5 days. The insulation is thicker than several big names at higher price points. The gasket is thicker, and there is one detail that separates a designed cooler from an assembled one: an insulated drain plug. Canyon has it. Most brands at this price don't bother. Testers specifically call out the fit and finish. No visible screws, no leftover molding flash, no exposed rope knots. The attention to detail tells you this cooler was engineered, not just manufactured and labeled. It is a hunter favorite in the American West for exactly these reasons. The people whose livelihood depends on keeping meat cold for days, they found Canyon before the rest of the market did. The honest caveat: smaller brand, narrower retail footprint, less name recognition, and resale liquidity than Yeti. You are buying performance over prestige. Verdict: if you want the best balance of price, build quality, and ice retention in the category, and you don't care that your neighbor hasn't heard of it, Canyon is the answer. The spec sheet earns it. The next pick has been quietly out-testing the giants for a decade, and it costs significantly less than the brand everyone defaults to. Worth It pick number 2 is RTIC. RTIC built its entire identity on one promise: most of a Yeti for far less. A decade of independent testing backs the claim without flinching. The Ultra Tough line uses genuine rotomolded construction with 2.8 inches of polyurethane foam. The ultralight line is roughly 30% lighter, injection molded, but still holds cold through a long weekend without issue. Real independent testing puts RTIC at 80 to 90% of Yeti's ice retention for 55 to 65% of the price. Latches and handles get consistent praise from reviewers across the board. The honest caveat: it's made in China. In the most extreme heat lab tests, it melts out before Yeti. Historically, the warranty has been shorter. It can slide in a truck bed. None of that disqualifies it. That is the price of the price, and for most buyers, it is a price worth paying. Verdict: for most buyers, RTIC is the rational default. Premium class performance. No badge tags. If you want the best cooler your money can actually buy, not the best cooler money can signal, this is where you start your search. The number 1 pick on this list regularly outtests Yeti in independent ice retention rankings. It costs less, and it carries a warranty that Yeti cannot match. The number 1 Worth It pick is Pelican. Pelican comes from the indestructible case world. The military uses their cases. Expeditions use their cases. When Pelican entered the cooler market, they brought that same engineering posture with them, and the results show up in every independent test that matters. The Elite Cooler line regularly tops or near tops independent ice retention rankings. The 50 Quart Elite is a perennial top pick across outside, outdoor gear lab, and Gear Junkie. 2+ inches of polyurethane insulation, a 360-degree freezer-grade gasket, built-in cup holders, a bottle opener, and the spec that no other brand on this list can match: a lifetime warranty on the body. It typically costs less than the equivalent Yeti. It outperforms Yeti in ice retention tests, and it will outlast every cooler on this list if you treat it right. The honest caveat: it is heavy. The lifetime warranty covers the body, but accessories get a much shorter window, around 90 days on wheels, drain, gasket, and feet. It lacks Yeti's accessory ecosystem and resale cachet. But here is the number that closes the argument: lifetime warranty. Better ice retention than the market leader. Lower price than the market leader. If performance per dollar is the metric, and it should be, Pelican is number 1. It is not close. 7 brands, 3 picks. 1 lesson: almost no cooler brand is universally bad. The mistakes are technological. Thermoelectric in 2026 is a dead category. Safety specific: the recalled Igloo rolling lines have no place in your cart. Value mismatched: premium Coleman, badge-only Yeti, and soft-sided as your primary cooler are all the same mistake wearing different price tags. And evidence-free: no-name and influencer coolers sold on marketing alone are the most expensive mistakes of all, because you don't realize you made one until you're standing at a campsite with warm food. Buy on third-party tested performance per dollar. Buy from a company that will still exist when you need the warranty. The 3 that survive that filter most consistently: RTIC, Canyon, and Pelican. With Yeti as the premium, you buy on purpose for reasons you can name out loud before you hand over the card. I'm Wes. I read the spec, not the logo. If this changed how you look at a price tag, Subscribe. We do this every week and we don't pull punches. Drop a comment below. Which cooler brand surprised you most on this list? I already know which one is going to start the most arguments. And if you want to apply this same spec-first thinking to hiking boots, where the brand markup is even more aggressive and the mistakes cost people even more money, that breakdown is linked right here. It's one of our most watched videos and it will change how you walk into any gear store.